back to AA's Corner, where we are the Circle Hub reviewing Season 2, Episode 5 of The Circle. My name is AA, and I'm so excited to be talking about all this intergalactic flawlessness of what we call The Circle with you today. So, let's introduce our cast of panelists. Starting always with the bottom is Skylar. Skylar, welcome.
I'm Skylar. I'm the favorite, regardless of what AA says.
And then moving on to Kayla, not from the Bronx. Thank you for joining us.
Hey guys, I'm Kayla, not from Compton.
And then the cast favorite, April.
Hello, I'm April, and I want the snakes out of my garden. Be gone.
Be gone. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, guys. And we are going to talk about the circle. So let's get started with welcoming to the inner circle, where power is for a limited time. You have access to a secret and powerful new identity. Courtney gets to meet the Joker. So, tomorrow, 2 new players are joining the circle. And as Joker, you can chat with the new players anonymously before anyone else. So, we got to talk bets. We made bets the last game.
We did.
We did.
I mean, didn't it seem like he was saying, they were just saying what I said, you know? I feel like I got that point.
Did you?
I just need you to remember points don't matter.
Remember, go back and watch. I got that point.
So, April said, pick one player to interact with more than a message.
That's what I said.
I said he gets to learn something new. And then Michaela said, seeing who others are chatting with the most.
Chatting. It was in the name.
And then we agreed that if none of us were right, Skylar would get a point.
But only if he watched the last episode.
But he didn't even watch the last episode to know if he was going to get a point. Watching it today, and we did this days ago, does not count.
First of all, I watched it yesterday.
You weren't even supposed to watch the next episode until you watched our episode.
Look, can I just tell you something?
Uh-huh.
The drama that goes on in the circle draws me in from the point of when I finished episode 4 and then y'all had your podcast. I was like, no, I gotta have episode 5 right now. Look, hold on. I got to show you what I was doing. Look, I was standing up in my living room going like this on my TV. Okay. So.
That's because your girl went home?
That was dumb.
I was just asking.
Was it?
Yeah, it was, Mom. I don't like Terralisha.
Ooh.
Bad for you?
That was, yeah.
All right, I'm going to give Skylar his point, but from now on, we're not telling y'all when y'all getting points. You have to watch the show. If you don't know, you don't get it.
Well, to be fair, as I was watching it, me and Sam were discussing what we thought it would be. Well, she's seen every episode, so really it was me discussing what I thought it would be. And I said it had something to do with him being anonymous. He was gonna be able to do something anonymously.
You didn't say that to us.
I said it to my wife, and if she was here, you know damn well she ain't gonna lie for me. So,
True.
Would she not?
She would not.
No,
she would not lie for me.
No. All right, so let's get back to the show. Skylar got his point. So just an update. AA and Skylar have 3 points. April and Michaela have 2. So, newsfeed update. Savannah leaves a message. How many people do you think was really surprised that she was who she said she was and not a catfish? No one?
A couple of them. I think for the most part, people thought she was her.
Okay. So, what'd you guys think about her goodbye message?
Dramatic.
Yeah.
Are they not allowed
Yeah.
to say things?
She just wanted to stir things up before she left. Like, you couldn't just leave and like do what Bryant did. Come on now.
No. Brian
Get
is
off,
just
get
be
off
kind.
my girl. Get off my girl, first of all.
Okay, first off, she's one of the snakes. So I'm not gonna say that there's not. I'm not gonna say there's other snakes that are not. Wait, yeah, that there's other snakes, man. Okay, but she was one of them, and she did her thing.
I think
She
she,
did what
was.
she had to
went
do.
out with a bang.
I think she was the head
Stuff up.
snake.
I don't.
That's why you're everybody's favorite.
Because I live for the drama.
No. Okay, so she brought up the snake, the real snake, and multiple snakes. So it really got a lot of people kind of talking like, who is she talking about? So they're not allowed to say any kind of names or anything? Like they can't call you out like Tara Alicia lied.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Good
think so.
message.
The only person you can do that to is the person you go see. So like she talked to Courtney.
Yep.
And like she gave him names and like she told him what happened during the influencer circle and all that good stuff. But I think that's probably the only time that you can actually do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Courtney and Savannah, I mean, they all just kept saying Emily and Tara Alicia know what they did. Why is Chloe not included in this Emily and Tara Alicia thing? It's like Chloe's gotten away unscathed from this whole drama.
Well,
I think
did he actually say
Yes.
like Emily did? I mean, Emily's like, I am with you.
yeah, Emily was like 100%. I have your back. I'm here. You're not going nowhere. And then, like, you send her home. Like, I think
So did Chloe.
Savannah, but Savannah expected it from Chloe. I think she expected it from Chloe, but I think she had more faith in Emily to save her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she expected it from Chloe, whatever.
And
But
Chloe tiptoed around that question because Savannah straight up asked them, if it came down to Tara Alicia or myself, would you pick me over Tara Alicia? And Emily flat out was like, yes, like in the message, yes. And even though Chloe kind of like, Chloe like manipulated her message where it could have come across at that time that yes, she was genuine, but it was really more general than it was direct. Like, you know.
That's how
And
I
then at the same time, I don't think that either of them take each other seriously. Like from the very beginning, they haven't liked each other. So
isn't Savannah the one that didn't pick Chloe?
Yeah.
So
she went ahead and saved Trevor. But okay, but that could have been a strategic thing. If we know we're good and we're gonna keep the girls, why waste my save on another girl?
But I'm just saying in general, okay, if I'm Savannah, Chloe thinks that I didn't pick her because I'm with the boys. I picked the boy that she likes. So now why is Chloe going to save me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she was more on to Emily.
Okay. Okay.
More along the line what Caleb was saying.
Okay. Sounds good. So they then go into the circle chat after this whole Savannah message. And I really think, because it started out with Courtney, right? He's devastated his girl had to go. I really think that he was real suspect with immediately then putting that ghosting message out there. Like you're trying to make them think she didn't come see you, but the very first thing you said is you were ghosted again. That was very suspect in my eyes.
who called that? Somebody else said something along those lines too.
Trevor.
Was it Trevor? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Trevor was like, that's suspect.
Did she, Courtney?
Everybody knows who she went and visited.
And then at some point in this circle chat, Terry Alicia says, "Get to know the real me," in all caps. And there was like 3 or 4 people that was like, "Huh? What does that mean?" Catfish vibes. Yeah. So do y'all think that hurt her at all?
Yes.
Yes.
I was shocked they went that way. For some reason, I guess just because we've been watching all the drama unfold, my first thought was like, oh, okay, yeah, to get the bad taste that Savannah left out of their head. But so I was a little bit shocked that they went that way towards like the catfish. But
Yeah, see, that's how I took it too. Was everybody knows Savannah was talking about Tara Alicia? At least that's what we think. Everybody knows. We don't know what they're thinking. But they went towards the catfish thing. So maybe they know something else besides what we know.
Well, granted, they've never, like, we see them. We know who's a catfish. We know who's not. They don't. They, and they're like, why do you need to say real me as if we haven't seen you acting like you? Like, I can understand why they went that route, like 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I felt it wasn't necessary for her to say that either, because when people are mad or arguing, they're going to show their true self no matter what. Their true self comes out, and so these people already know kind of how you are when you get mad, how you are when you're trying to be petty, how you are during an argument. And for you to say, oh, you can know the real me, like,
What have
they're
you
gonna
been
think you're-
showing us?
Yeah, like, what have you been lying about
Hashtag
then?
salty Savannah left. I have to.
So then we get introduced to the two new players. So first up is Mr. Mitchell, 22 years old, from Cockshahappen, Pennsylvania. I hope I said that right. I really tried to write it down like I heard him say it. But
Somewhere up north.
Cockshahappen. Cockshahappen. Cockshahappen.
What are you saying?
Cockshahappen, Pennsylvania. And really, I put really question mark. So for those of you who watched season 1, is this dude a good dude or a bad dude? Like, is it good to have him on the show or not?
So in season 1, have any of y'all watched it?
I haven't.
So season 1, something strange really happened. There was this guy, Ed. He came on the show, and what was weird to me is he had brought a roommate, and it was his mommy. And him and his mom played a catfish. Well, not really, because they used his pictures, but his mom would be like, hey, this is how you talk to the ladies, this is how you do this. And so they both played one character. And they were those.
Is that not something you would do, Skylar? I'm just saying.
First of all, I never said it wasn't. Okay. But what they made their character out to be and how they acted was like a cocky jock. I'm better at everything. I'm perfect, little angel. And so I don't think one, that it's fair to have somebody from a family who's already played the game. And then two, like, I just don't like him. He has abs. I don't know.
But I mean,
the only reason I think is he knows how the game works.
Yeah. He knows how the game works.
You would think the other ones would too, because you would think they would have watched season 1, so they would get the ins and outs, but you don't know. But he definitely knows how it works.
Yeah.
And his big thing that he told that was like a big deal he had to share with everyone is that he is a virgin. How does this help? What does this do?
I just feel like in like all the most recent reality TV shows, there has to be one. I feel like that's like that's part of whenever they sit down at the meeting and have like the diversity meetings, they're probably like, okay, yeah, but we definitely have to have a virgin, because there's a couple of other shows going on right now that is also, they have a grown man that's like older, like not even in the early 20s. I won't name the show, you know.
Oh,
yeah, I guess I'll name the show.
So he's a token virgin.
Is it like Austin or something like that? I'll have to look it up. It's also on Netflix. and it's about like a bunch of kids coming, not kids, I mean like they're younger 20-year-olds coming to Austin, Texas to like live together. And there's a guy there that's like 26 or 27 or something like that, and he also has come out that he's a virgin as well. And then I just feel like it's like a trend now, I guess.
I mean, I don't see why it's important though. Like he still comes off as a jackass. I'm sorry.
Jerk off.
And
yes, sorry.
When we talk about the first picture, like you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm a virgin," but also look at my white butt. You know, like super white. Everything else was tan, but that, like, you could come on now.
So there's another show that I really like to watch because that show does it right. And I'm not saying the show doesn't, so I'm just going to pause the circle and talk about this other show for a second. But they have an app that you download and you're actively voting on people as the audience in the show, and it's called Love Island, by the way. And in the last season of Love Island, it was the same thing. There is this dude that just, anyways, and he tried to say he was, but after the show on Facebook, he said, "I'm really not. It was just a stupid rumor, and I just went along with it for the show." So, anyways, so back to this. That was my question. Why does it matter? Like, why did this have to be in his biography? Right? Okay. 2, we then meet Miss Cat, who is 27 from Mesquite, Texas. Let me tell you, they came to Texas and they got some players because we got quite a few of us in there.
Can I say #arm goals?
Hashtag what?
Arm goals.
Arm goals, because her arms were cut.
Arms?
Yeah.
I mean, she's a professional volleyball. That's what she has to use.
They were long and cut.
That's what I vote. #arm goals.
So she is 6'7" in her shoes, and she is a professional volleyball player. And she's ready to go in like herself and show everybody how Black women are articulate and smart and beautiful and playful and all good things. However, in her biography, I just want to say, I could also say that I'm a gentle giant with a southern drawl. I think that would work right along with me too. So,
wait,
pretty sure your southern draw is a little more
with some more twang in it. She's like, "Oh, that's cute. It's got some twang in it." Period with the T. Okay. Anyways, I wrote that down in case anybody wanted to know. That was in my notes. So, quick thoughts on Mitchell and Kat.
I want to know why I wrote down Michael and not Mitchell.
You obviously did not leave an impression on you, Mom.
He didn't. He didn't at all.
I'm really surprised that Mom right now is not going, "Cat, loud.
Hold on.
I wrote it down right here.
Because I feel like
somewhere.
I feel like Kat was just loud. She's
maybe I didn't write it down.
Sings a lot.
Yeah, she makes songs. Mom, she's just like you. She makes songs about anything.
Who does that?
You.
Huh.
All the time. I got friends. And she talks about it. She said hi to the guy in the elevator.
Okay. So then it cuts to Courtney. He needs to head to the inner circle while the new players start.
Wait. How did he get that? How did he get that message?
Oh!
Tyler?
Alert! he gets his message. It's time to activate his Joker. Heads to the inner circle while the new players get to snoop around the players' profiles. So I wrote this down. We're gonna go through this list, okay? So I wrote, wow, Lance was immediately called out by Kat.
Immediately.
Any surprise with that?
No.
But so was Emily.
Now, and then I wrote, now Emily. Immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. And
well,
then
she's probably allergic to catfish, so she can probably smell them out.
so she knows Chloe. She's seen
Yeah.
Chloe's show, so she's ready to find out if Chloe's a catfish because she's going to ask her some questions.
Mm-hmm.
She's got questions. And then she completely blows it on River, and it's like goes downhill from there.
She's like, he's so genuine.
That's him for sure.
Cuts to a scene
and I
of
wrote
Lee
that.
doing a
Called
puzzle.
out these people, but not River or Trevor.
Yes. I was like,
wonder what it was. Like, I wonder what it was with River and Trevor that she was just like, she couldn't, because I mean, like, it seems so immediate with Emily, and with Emily's profile, even I thought the profile was good, you know. So
well, but take it from like a picture standpoint. The pictures tell a lot. Emily's picture looks like somebody else took it, like it came off Google or somebody's, a nice post that had 100 likes on it or whatever. Trevor's and River's. River looks like a straight, like, normal guy, like didn't go for like super attractive.
If you're gonna catfish, why use that picture?
Exactly. And then Trevor went for the close-up shot that it wouldn't look like it'd be on social media. It was, a personalized selfie. Somebody else didn't take the picture, So, I mean, if you're going off of that, then yeah.
I see.
and then I wrote, now Courtney, alert, alert, alert. So Courtney now gets to interact with the two new players, but they don't know it yet. So right now, Kat and Mitchell are saying hello to each other, and then all of a sudden, the Joker enters, right? And what?
Kat and Mitchell forming an alliance, being the new kids.
They were trying. It got interrupted. It didn't
get very far.
They got a hey, how you doing?
But I did see, though, that it said that their conversation must remain private until the Joker leaves. Does that mean
they can't tell somebody else that they were talking to the Joker or they were talking to an anonymous person until Courtney is either voted out or wins the game?
Okay, that was my question.
So they would get an alert that says, oh, the Joker's left. Now you can just, like, tell all of the secrets?
I mean, essentially, I haven't watched the. How am I supposed to know?
I would say yes, Michaela. Yes. I don't know, but I would say yes.
I was wondering if it would be once the Joker, power was over. Would they then could at least talk about it?
I don't think so, because then, I mean, the other players could
figure out who it was.
Figure out who it was by, just talking about it.
They were hating on Terralisha and Emily. Be like, yeah, that was Courtney.
Yeah. We know. Savannah Soldier over here.
So my question to you guys is, how do you think he did at his playing of Emily?
Perfect.
That's it?
Perfect. Because immediately Mitchell and Kat Mitchell and Kat were both like, that's Emily. Emily's talking to us.
But how did they figure it out?
Because they were talking about girls. Well, if you're talking about girls and you have only 3 playing, right? And Joker called out Terralisha and called out Chloe. The last one is Emily. You're going to call out Terralisha. You're going to call out Chloe. You're playing the other one.
I feel like they're going to figure it out just because Courtney he messages the same. Like when he tells the circle what to say, it's very similar. Like I noticed the similarities between how he was talking in the inner circle compared to like the actual circle chats with everybody else. So I think eventually they'll probably figure it out after having more conversations with him, because it just seemed the same to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Joker thing. I don't think he's going to be able to keep it up long enough for it to, pan out the way the producers probably planned how it was supposed to go and blah blah blah. But for right now, I think he did a perfect job portraying Emily.
But why do you think he wanted to portray Emily?
Because, I mean, if you go back to his conversation with Savannah, right? And she was like, watch out for Emily. Emily's a snake. Watch out for her. She's doing all this stuff. If he goes in as Emily and starts talking all this mess and is putting a wedge between everything else going on, they're going to immediately think Emily is a terrible player or Emily talks crap, whatever. And that puts a bunch of negative energy towards Emily.
Okay.
So I have to mention here, because we're going to talk about this a little bit from the rest of the episode. I just want to say that the last episode, April was coming around with Chloe. It was the first episode where she was not hating on her.
You can't see this right here, but it says, Chloe, back to my nerves. On my nerves.
So here's where it starts. So the show cuts to Mitchell doing push-ups, Emily golfing, and Chloe with her legs in the air once again. This is not the first time this girl has not put her legs in the air, her butt in the air, just something.
But she's in a room by herself.
You gonna act like she didn't come in that way?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest. If I was in a room, if I was in an apartment by myself, my legs might be in the air.
This
might be
girl
trying to
came
do some
in with her
cartwheels.
legs in the air.
I'm just saying, if I was in an apartment by myself, I might be trying to headstand from.
I don't know if she realizes, but all these other people on this show, they can't see her.
That's my point, though.
But we all can see her.
And that's her point. She wants to be famous.
She's trying to be flexible.
What she's be famous for, that's what she's going to do.
So we're going to talk about this the whole rest of the episode. Let's move on to Two-Faced, where they have to choose two pictures. One that shows them at their naughtiest. Okay, naughtiest, yes. And then one, I struggled real hard. I think it's because of what I wrote. Although I wrote naughtiness, so I don't know. One at their nicest. So it starts with Trevor. Now, remind me Trevor's girl name, Delisa?
Yes.
So we have Delisa and Elisa, right? Okay. Delisa says, "Oh, I'm going to make this girl fall in love with me." And I chuckled. And then the next thing you know, these pictures pop up. And what's the first thing Chloe says? She says, "I'm sorry, but when the frick are we going to get married?" And I just busted out laughing. And that's not what she said. She didn't say frick. I just like the fact that Mitchell says frick, so I just decided to say it.
She says, Trevor who?
Trevor who? I wrote that down.
What?
She said, Trevor who?
Oh, we're not there yet, Michaela. We're not there yet. Right now, it's when are we getting married?
Look, I can't. Okay, I just can't with this.
So then, anybody surprised with how everybody responded to Trevor's photos? Was Trevor in the ocean the naughtiest photo he has? I'm just saying.
You still got to be able to put it on TV.
True.
And it's his wife putting them out there.
True.
That's true.
So then it goes to Emily next. And Kat is still on her. And Trevor's like confirmed, like, boom, you're a catfish. So, how do you guys think this is playing out for Emily right now?
Did you say Trevor said that?
Trevor's confirmed, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
With their first conversation together in the hot tub.
Because she knew too much about sports.
And Kat was
now I remember. Yeah.
And Kat was like, "Yup, still a catfish. That's a dude."
Yeah.
So then it goes to Teralicia. And she didn't get very good responses to her pictures either. I think, again, a few people were like, catfish vibes. These pictures are showing me catfish vibes. But then it moves on to River. And I think the one comment that I wrote down or I remember hearing them say was, well, neither of them really looks nice. So was that saying that both his pictures looked naughty?
I don't even remember his pictures. I remember the other one.
So I don't know if it was the naughty or the nice one, but one of them, it's black and white, and he's got a picture, like a flower, kind of where his mouth is.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. I thought they were good pictures, but it didn't seem like he got very good responses from them. And then Lance throws his pictures up. Everyone is on him. I don't think there's a single person, maybe outside of Lee, that thinks that Lance is Lance.
Lee and Chloe, right?
There's other pictures. I mean, you could probably Google naughty Lance Bass and get better pictures. I'm sorry, but that's true.
Probably.
You could probably Google naughty Lance Bass and get, like a shirt off or something, like
Wait,
a clown.
please. Audience, please do not Google that. If you're
Don't
not
Google it.
on the
Don't Google it.
We're gonna have naughty
not
Lance Bass trending.
Hashtag do
But
not Google.
a clown,
a mean-looking clown at that. Nobody likes clowns.
I mean, at this point, if
they
you're
just
not
made
on
themselves
to
look
the
like a
fact
clown.
that Lance is a female and Lance is not Lance, then I don't know where you're at.
It would be funny if they started calling her like Lancelette or something. Like just made Lance into a female name and started calling her that. So then we move on to Chloe. And I just hashtag LOL on this one. I really did. I busted out laughing. And all because this girl put hashtag will put anything in my mouth.
But hold on. Can we, when the camera pans to her and she's like, I'm just letting them know I can eat anything. I'll eat all types of food.
Plays this off, but that it describes her as being a massive foodie.
I mean, sausage counts.
Unless her favorite food is hot dog. I mean.
Well, first of all, Skylar, this is your girl.
I mean,
First of all, hold on.
Plan.
If you go back to the last podcast that I was actually present for, I straight up said I will take Chloe to save Michaela the stress of having to have her. It wasn't because I wanted her, first of all.
Bro, you're going to put this on me, first of all?
I was trying to help her. I was trying to help her.
I'm looking for who you're pointing at.
You, fool. You.
All of y'all can keep Chloe. I'm done with her.
And Teralicia.
Mama, I'll trade you.
No.
Teralicia comes on and she's like, girl, why do you keep doing this? And I was like, oh my gosh, Chloe is back to her old ways. Legs in the air. Now she's putting anything in her mouth like she knows what these men aren't thinking.
That's what she did it for.
Playing it off like, oh, this tells everybody that I'm a massive foodie. Okay. Courtney's pictures did very well with the crowd. Kat's pictures did very well with the crowd. And let's just say that Mitchell, with his arse out, did very well with the crowd.
It's so important that he tells the world he's a virgin, right? So.
But
And
can
then
we hashtag tan your butt? Come on now.
And then this is when Chloe says, "What, Michaela?
Trevor who?
Trevor who? Trevor who?" So,
Can I just say something?
yes,
She
because
keeps she keeps saying that, you know, Trevor's her man and this, but like I've only seen like one private chat between her and Trevor, and it didn't like suggest that like, oh, we're flirty back and forth. Like, yeah, I mean, they probably like flirted, but not like.
Aren't they the
I
ones
think
that
April
talked about
mentioned it.
the date?
Mama, have you ever been on a Zoom date?
it looks about like this.
What they gonna do? Circle, message,
No,
kiss
I'm
with
talking about
open mouth.
No,
they're
but
talking about if in real life he was going to take her on a picnic,
And what?
right?
yeah, but April,
So-
haven't you mentioned before that there's been times that you've seen on the circle chat and it's like they have paragraphs of stuff, but we're only seeing like a couple different chats. I noticed that in this most recent episode as well, that's very like every time you look at the screen, there's usually at least one or two
Yes.
that seem to already be on the screen. So I mean,
Yeah.
I really feel like they're talking to each other and they're just picking and choosing what messages to put in.
Yeah, there
and-
has to
which
be
would make
more
sense.
they're talking about than what
I
we're-
mean, yes, right. But if the producers wanted it to be Chloe and Trevor is this clique, they're the couple, they would show us more of their conversations. I just feel like it's more in Chloe's mind than in Trevor's. More like, I'm gonna flirt with every girl to get them on my side, and Chloe's like,
But is Trevor doing that?
I want to eat something. What? I don't
But
know.
is Trevor doing that?
But I mean, right here, Trevor was like, "Okay, Chloe's gonna be interested. Now that's my girl. I've got to keep her." Like, I think he thinks the more he can flirt with her and kind of bring her in, the more that's another number for him.
Yeah, no, it's all. That's what I'm saying. It's all about numbers for Trevor, whereas Chloe, it's all about her legs in the air.
So then the circle chat is now open. And in this whole "hi, welcome to the fam" message, I felt like the chat all boiled down to Chloe asking if Mitchell was single.
Yeah.
And again, Tara Alicia's like, "Chloe, why are you this way?" And that's the whole chat in my eyes. So if you guys saw that any differently, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Well, I wrote down circle chat and then nothing, because nothing, in my opinion, helped or hindered anyone.
There was a lot of flirting or starting to flirt between Chloe and Mitchell. Tara Alicia was starting to talk a little more. And I think that also, it made somebody say she's trying to connect with the newbies. I don't remember.
Courtney?
Maybe.
Yeah. And then Mitchell was already looking at Emily as well.
Yeah.
Like whenever he first saw her picture, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to her." I don't know if you guys can hear my kid, but I swear she's fine.
She's with her daddy. She's fine. So next thing it does is it cuts to Trevor, who's going to private Kat and Tara Alicia, and the title of their chat is "My Beautiful Black Queens." So good move, not so good move. Thoughts on what this does for these three people?
I think it was a good move.
For who?
Trevor.
Trevor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
I
Well, I mean,
think
it also
worked out
helped
well.
Teralisha
True. It also helped Alicia.
because it showed she was a human. You know, like you got her out of the
The snake.
I don't the snake. Yeah, the snake costume got shed, and she was able to actually connect with somebody else without arguing, without fighting, without being petty, and whatever. You know,
Showing her real side.
she hasn't shown her real self yet, Mom.
You don't know.
So I did write down Kat's BBQ mantra.
I wrote that down too.
Huh?
I wrote that down too.
And at first, Terralish was like, "Boy, what you talking about?
Barbecue.
We don't barbecue." Oh, Black Beauty Queens, beautiful
No.
Black Queens. There it
you go.
goes.
Good job.
Beautiful Black Queens.
Now, do you think
Hmm.
besides him having the connection because they're all Black, you know, I have a little girl, let me connect with y'all. Do you think maybe in the back of his mind, he's like, I have Chloe, I had Chloe,
Oh, for sure.
let me connect with these other people that I
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah.
with.
I
If he's
think that conversation for Trevor at least was more or less let me connect, not let me I guess compete for their attention, I guess you could say, but it was more about let's connect on something outside of this place. So that way later on it can help me instead of competing for the alliance.
So what Kat said was what she tells all of the children she trains with is if you try to meet the world's expectations, you will always fail. Stay true to you and how you were raised. I thought that was really sweet.
I love that.
I'm going to put it on a shirt.
But then Terralicia says, you got this. The fact that you asked means you got this. I'm not giving you anything. That's how I took it. It's not how Trevor took it, but that's how I took it. You're a teacher. And you have nothing you can say?
What do you tell your kiddos? She tells them, you got this.
So, I do think this went well for Terralicia. But at the end of the day, Trevor's not heartbroken that Savannah's gone, right? He's not on Courtney's level at all. And that was just somebody that he put work into. He built a bond with. He knew he had her in his corner, and now he's got to start working someone else. Like, I don't think I think he was very genuine with that. He respects what she said, and he's ready to move on and move forward. I don't think there's any kind of bad blood or anything that's going to stay. So, with that, do you think this went well with Terralicia?
Yes.
And then Kat was able to figure out that, okay, obviously Terralicia was at the bottom. So she's putting things and pieces together.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I wrote this down, but I don't remember why I wrote it down before the next thing. So I'm just going to skip it. So then it goes to Mitchell. Hold on. No,
Lance and Chloe and Riva.
Yeah, I didn't write that down, but yes, it went to them. And I feel like the first thing Chloe says is, do you think Trevor is upset with me? Or something to that nature. I didn't write it down. I just wrote down
Is
why
Trevor
doesn't
worried about me?
That was very good.
That was very good. Why does it matter about the boys with Chloe? And
I feel like Chloe,
no.
she's no longer playing the game. And it's frustrating that she's on my team because it makes me want to just slap my TV. And I'm like, she's not playing the game anymore. She's more worried about who's going to go home with her after the
Get
stupid
it
game.
together, Chloe.
I still feel like
Unless
she's on the wrong TV show.
I feel
Now, do
like
you
at the end of it,
Do you think because they had a girl game that she thinks there was a boy game?
yes, 100%.
She's-
Yes.
She literally says in the messages with them, I don't understand why they also, River and her, have not called Lance out, is because she literally said in the messages with them, guys, I feel like when I talk to you, I'm just talking about boys with the girls. Like, what do you mean? With the
'Cause they're
girls?
gay.
You're talking to two guys.
Because they're
River's a
gay.
guy.
I was supposed to say, is it because they're gay? It just hit me.
It's because they're gay. It's the gay best friend. It's the gay
I
best
did not know
guy
Lance
best
was
friend.
gay.
Lance,
Yeah.
Lance is married to a man.
We
I did
knew
not know
Lance
that.
was gay when NSYNC first came out.
Literally, all I knew
Yeah.
about Lance is that he was in NSYNC and he sings the song "Ba Ba Ba" with them.
These young kids.
But even in this show, even in the show we're watching, when Lisa came in as Lance, she's like, "Oh, that's a picture of him and his husband. Don't want to put that on there." Like, did you just was like,
Literally.
"Oh, husband, whatever." She probably means best friend. It's fine.
Best gay friends.
I'm
But-
not kidding. I did not know.
But with that, I knew they were gay, but it didn't hit me. That was the reason she was asking them. I
Yes,
just
the
thought she was
gay best
asking the
friend.
boys.
But okay, so here's my point that I was going to
Because
bring
she
up.
can't
with
ask
this.
Trevor.
Why
The
did she
point-
put Courtney in it?
It's because Courtney is
Courtney
not
was
like they're
Savannah's
not on the same
friend.
level.
She's not friends with Courtney. I mean, yeah, she's not friends with Courtney. But here's what I'm going to bring up: that Trevor and Chloe has done enough together in group chats that everybody else knows that Trevor's got a thing for Chloe and Chloe's got a thing for Trevor. Because that's exactly what Lance and River was saying is, oh, he's not worried about it. He knows you got him or whatever. So that just shows you too how close their connection is, that even other people are like, no, you're good. He's not thinking you're thinking of Mitchell. And she's like, I'm going to hold my cards close to my chest.
Can we have Michaela do that?
I was like, I didn't do as good as Michaela. But I'm like, why are these your cards, girl?
Because she's not playing the game anymore.
She's on your
What's
team.
her win? What's her win?
She's confused. She thinks she's still on Too Hot to Handle. She's confused.
So, do y'all have anything else to say about this chat between Lance and River and Chloe?
What if
Huh?
this is all an act from Chloe? What if
That's
this
what I was
is
gonna
her
say.
Strategy. What
Yes.
if this is her strategy?
No, it's
What if-
not.
What
It's
if by
not-
the end of
She's
it?
just boy crazy.
How do you
it's
know? How do
It's
you know?
not. It's not because she's doing things that other people can't see her do.
She's doing what? I'm sorry.
Things.
Things. Okay.
Okay, but listen. When you're an actor, you got to get into the headspace, right? Get into the headspace. So you're gonna do things that helps you stay in character. You don't know what she says to herself in the shower every day when she's like, "I gotta act like a hoe today." Like,
It's her
No.
American accent.
yeah, I don't know.
Have y'all noticed how slow? I dropped my lipstick.
Okay, that was funny though because
What?
the camera, she's juggling her lipstick. Oh no, my lipstick!
It's all, oh no, Skylar. You got me right in my feels.
But why are your feels where your gallbladder should be?
I think it's like where you tickle people, right? You go like this.
That's where you tickle people, right? Right in the feels.
Okay.
But I do have to say, she does talk very slow like that. It is always like, oh no. Oh,
She's
kind
got
of like
nothing but
Mrs.
time.
Doubtfire. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Maybe
She has
that's how
nothing
some
but
English
time.
people talk.
Yeah, Mom. That's how they do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there goes all our English followers.
Hold on.
We still love y'all.
I was going to go to the episode. She just talks really slow. And I think that's how her accent can be like it is.
What did we say? Essex or something like that? What it sus? I don't know. There's a area.
Essex?
Yes, and they speak differently than like they all have their own different dialect. Kind of like
My employee at my job has a British accent. So I hear the accent all the time. And they say the strangest things. He's like, I'm gonna bugger off now. I'm like, what does that mean, David? What are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna bugger off. I'm like, all right, man. Go drink your tea.
Wow. Wow. First of all, that reminds me of the conversation that Chloe had with River and Courtney when she was trying to tell them some of those things too. Remember?
In last week's episode, the accents.
And then River was trying to teach her Texan. Oh, speaking of, did you guys see how everybody was trying to say mesquite?
Yes.
In my head, I was like, yo, it's like
I
the
think we yelled
wood.
at the TV like 3
It's
times.
like the wood.
Don't act like y'all don't smoke or barbecue with hickory, mesquite.
Did they do that in Essex?
She doesn't live in Essex anymore. She's just from there. She lives probably in LA, I think.
She's also the only one on the show who had no idea that Lance Bass was even like a celebrity. So trust me, she does not know what mesquite wood is.
Trevor also said it wrong too. Okay.
Well, they're from. I don't want to lose our northeastern people. So let's move on.
Out of our 7 subscribers, I really don't think there is any from the northeastern area or Essex of all that matters.
Mom, you got to understand, 4 of those 7 are right here.
and the 5th one's over there. And the
I think the 6th one's in there.
Oh, my wife's in the living room. So.
Okay.
Does that mean Ashley's husband is not a subscriber? Is that what that means?
Probably not.
Probably not. He is not going to mess up his barbecuing and hunting videos to see that we went live. Okay, so are y'all finished with that conversation? Can we move on?
Let's move on.
All right, so Mitchell goes and opens a private chat with Emily. And I don't know why this makes me laugh and really makes me feel like proves that some men are just dumb. I said some men because Emily is really good with flirting with a guy. I'm just saying. All these guys seem like they're eating right out of her hand.
Is he though?
I mean,
is he flirting like a girl? Question mark.
It doesn't matter. Mitchell's buying all of it.
Well, hold on. So you gonna tell me if somebody messages you, right, and you assume that they're the gender you're attracted to, regardless of who's talking, every little hard eyes, every little baby, every little flirt, you're not gonna be like, man, this feels good. Like, keep coming, keep making me feel good.
Can we talk about like how everybody wants to get married like instantly, and then he's like, "Oh, we're gonna be together till the end. Like it's you and me now." From this one conversation, you made my heart feel.
Maybe it's because I've been in a relationship for so long that I don't know.
You don't know how to flirt no more.
I don't know how to flirt anymore. But I don't feel like I've ever heard, and maybe a girl saying, "You must be a baker with them buns." That just to me sounds like something a dude would say.
No, they're trying to be. He is trying to be corny, and is trying to get a little chuckle.
And it worked.
Thanks,
Mitchell was feeling all of it.
Exactly, because it feels good. Regardless of who's flirting with you, it feels good. That's how humans are. Like,
I don't know if he's flirting like a girl or if Mitchell's just a male Chloe.
Some men are dumb.
I agree with the latter.
And let's talk about this. Obviously, Courtney's plan of portraying like Emily was to show that the girls are all kind of messy. But that didn't go very well with Mitchell because Mitchell's all over this Emily from the moment he laid eyes on her.
mm-hmm.
And what's that tell you about Mitchell? I got all these people up here.
He's not a virgin.
Okay. And then what happens next?
What happens next? Alert! 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 Courtney must immediately go to the inner circle room. So he's like, all
That was
right,
me running.
I'm gone. Yep, run into the inner circle room. And he gets told what?
He gets to choose the influencer.
Now, is there gonna be two and he's only choosing one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Yes.
Okay.
But
And can he choose himself?
That was my next question.
I don't think so. Because
no,
he
he
was
has to choose another
struggling.
player.
Yeah, he was struggling. He's like, who do I choose?
But
I
Does
wouldn't
he
know.
is the other teammates, are the other people going to know that this Joker chose the influencer, right? Because he was playing off the Joker as being Emily. So now he has to keep up that persona of I'm Emily.
That's a good point. I don't think it says.
Because
And
he now has to choose somebody that one Emily would choose, and he can't choose himself. And if he what is he going to do? Choose Chloe again?
How do we know he can't choose himself? Because I thought that during the episode, and when they listed the names, his name was
His
up
face
there.
was up there. Yeah.
What? So you think they're just making it look like he's like, who am I going to choose? Because if I'm a choice, I'm saying my name.
Well,
But
yeah.
then does it give it? It gives it up automatic, like right then and there. He's Joker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Are you
because
saying
they're
your
not.
name, even though you're acting like you're somebody else.
Yeah, because if he's playing as Emily, right? Emily's never gonna choose Courtney to be the influencer, regardless, right? Because Courtney has now made it known he is Savannah's soldier. He's going to avenge Savannah. He's all about, bringing the snakes out. And Emily being the main snake and being the person who essentially sent Savannah home would not choose him.
But what if the show doesn't say the Joker picked this person?
We don't know.
We don't know. That's why we're speculating.
And he may not be able to
Take a
pick himself. We don't know.
Oh, this is for sure up for point grabs. We're going to be taking votes. So, up for points. We got a couple things we have to do before we hop off, and I know we're getting close to our time limit. Up for points, everybody can say who they think he's going to say should be the next influencer.
Emily.
But, okay, Emily?
Yes. Because if he's playing as Emily and he can save himself, then why would you not save yourself as Emily?
Okay.
That's good thinking.
I'm smart. It's my
But
education.
I'm going to go with Chloe.
I didn't really see an interaction between Emily and Chloe this episode.
I didn't either. But if he's playing as Emily,
True.
and he's strategically in his mind, as Courtney thinks, well, they're tight. So she would pick her, and the whole girl gang thing.
Yeah. Even though now I think the real Emily now would choose like Mitchell because stupid reasons.
Yeah.
However, and maybe I shouldn't say anything because I don't want to sway you because I want my point. But Emily, if he's portraying the Joker to be Emily, Emily said some negative things about Chloe and Terralisha. So then why would he now come and say Chloe? But I already wrote it down, so that's what you get, Mom.
I got it.
So Kayla.
River. I think River would be safe for him. He knows. So I don't think he's going to pick anybody in the hashtag girl gang or what he thinks is girl gang. He's definitely not picking. So none of the females. I don't think he's going to pick Lance. He's not going to pick Trevor because he knows Trevor is close to Chloe. River, I feel like, would be a safe bet for him.
Yeah, it's non-confrontational. It's not. Yeah, I feel you. But on that note, like,
did you already write yours down, Ashley? Or are you listening for like all of our thoughts and then?
No, she waits for us. You know damn well she waits. She's
My question that I had is, was Kat and Mitchell an option?
Yes.
Ooh.
I would say yes, but I don't know. Because I was just
I don't
looking
remember
for
seeing
his
that
name.
face. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to write down Trevor. I just think he might just go with some random person that he isn't.
To stir the drama between Emily and Chloe.
Maybe. Okay, so we have some other things we need to take care of.
Am I winning in points now?
No, we're tied. So we do have a player that is down to one player instead of their two. But we have two new players. So here's what we're going to do. Everybody can pick one of their two players to keep. Everybody else goes into a drawing. We're going to pick order again, and you get to pick your next player. That's going to leave one player out that's not chosen. And that one player will be random's pick. You guys know we play with random on a lot of different games we play, and rando always wins. Not always. No, you cannot give up Chloe and get two picks.
But why?
Because
Was that your question?
you lost somebody.
Well, no, that was not a question. But why? Because they all have a choice of who you get to pick.
Because we didn't lose
I don't get a choice.
No.
Oh, wait, no, but I have a question.
What's your...
When it comes to these points, are we not getting points when our people are influencers?
No.
No.
I feel like we should. Because
your
Chloe was on the
influencer's already gone, man.
Okay, so who's been influencers?
Savannah and Taralisha.
So that was Skylar and Ashley.
And then Emily and Chloe.
And then Emily is Michaela. Chloe is Skylar. You just wanted...
I don't like those rules.
If your people, I mean, it's fine. If your people makes it to influencers, you should, because you're punished if you're let go, because you lose
Exactly.
somebody. Like, Skylar's not getting a choice. He has to keep Chloe.
Mama, I'll trade you Chloe and some keto braid.
So, Mom, but
what? Keto braid?
I said I would trade you Chloe and some keto braid.
Chloe.
Okay.
Is that what they're doing right now legal?
Mom, April, do you want to keep Courtney or Trevor?
Trevor.
Courtney's up for grabs. Michaela, River or Emily?
Both.
Is it? Are you picking who you're keeping or who you're?
Who you keeping?
Who you keeping?
Yep. Both.
Can't have.
Can't
both.
do that. If I cannot choose to get rid of Chloe, you cannot choose to keep both.
Okay, give up River.
And then I'm giving up Lance. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. What? Why are y'all laughing?
I'm laughing because I think there's a million hashtags to go with how unfair that was.
Hashtag million hashtags.
Hashtag youngest sibling always lucks out.
I can't share my screen for whatever reason.
Michaela, first of all, pause. Michaela, you've only been the youngest sibling for like 6 months. Okay.
It counts. It counts, man.
I held that title for 20, how old am I? 28 years.
You gave
You're
it up
37.
ever so quickly. You gave it up. You were like, here, have
Okay.
it. Now you want it back.
So I'm gonna record the wheel picker because I can't share my screen so you guys can know I'm not lying.
Hmm.
So I'm
I
gonna have
bet she put her name twice again.
no. I have April, Skylar, Ashley, and Kayla. So first up to get to pick is click to spin. Ugh.
Skylar.
Skylar. Second up to get to pick. I'm probably cheating. I probably need to try this over again.
No, you don't. You good.
Is Kayla.
Hey, you didn't get fourth.
High five me.
Your hand is so much bigger.
Oh, y'all, I never hit record.
It's fine. We believe you. Go ahead.
April and then Ashley.
I would have only questioned you if Kayla would have came in fourth again.
Okay. So, up for grabs.
And we're choosing the good people who we want to win.
Who's on your team?
Who you think you're
No.
gonna think
We're
gonna
choosing
win.
the people who are the least strategic. So that's who you need to pick.
The least what?
Strategic.
I feel like you're trying to trick me. You're trying to trick me.
All right. So Skylar goes
Skylar.
first. Who are you?
Don't pick Savannah.
Too soon, Mom. Too soon. Who's up for grabs?
Everybody except for Chloe, Trevor, Terralisha, and
You're gonna have to say the other names. I don't know.
Kat, Mitchell, Lance, River, Courtney.
I'm gonna go with Kat, Mitchell.
Who?
I'm thinking. I'm gonna go with. You know what? Just give me the dumb blondes. Give me Mitchell.
Oh, okay. All right. Who's next? I forgot the order.
Me.
Okay.
River. I pick River.
Thank you.
Give him back.
Did you not just get rid of River?
She
Nope.
didn't want to.
He wants it. Tried
That's
to
not a
keep-
rule.
I said
Stop
River
it.
just to shake it up.
All right.
I thought
Who
you
can I
were.
pick?
Kat, Lance, Courtney.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who has Terralisha?
I do.
I'm gonna go with Courtney.
Good choice,
Even
Mom.
though I just got rid of him.
Good choice.
Which is fine.
Actually, are you gonna go with Lance?
I'm taking Kat. So Lance goes.
Oh. No. We rewind. I pick Kat.
If she picks Cat, I pick River.
And then I get Courtney. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Let's
No, I
do
feel
this.
like this was a trap. This was a setup.
All
I
right.
just wanted to see if you do it.
Wait, Kayla from not Bronx or Compton. Who do you want?
Kat.
She has River. No. No. She said River. She gets River. Otherwise, I get to get rid of Chloe.
No.
Well, then she's stuck with River because that's what she said.
All right, Mom. Who else do you want?
Are you? No.
Look, she didn't lock it in. I called it before she locked it in.
Mom.
If she's going with Cat, I want River.
Okay.
change mine.
You were the first one to pick.
I agree.
You don't want Mitchell?
You know
If-
what,
if-
Mitchell?
If y'all are all changing, I want to change.
Okay, who
You
do
don't
you
want
want?
Mitchell.
Stop.
This is being y'all are being
madness.
sexist. Y'all are
Do
being
you-
sexist right
Do you
now.
want Mitchell? Yes or no?
You know what? No, I don't. I want Courtney because I can't have Savannah, so I'll take Courtney.
It's already locked in.
It's already locked in. See, it's already
You
locked
already
in.
wrote it down.
It's already wrote
Fine.
down.
No, fine.
So
Leave me Mitchell.
who's random? Who's
Lance.
random?
Lance.
Lance.
Okay.
That didn't change at all.
Then who do you have now, Ashley?
Terry and Courtney.
All right. Well, we're about 10 minutes past our time.
I'm done. You know what I say to y'all?
Subscribe, like, comment, and tell your friends.
Look what I can do, though.
Just
Look what
kidding.
Hashtag that's the best.
You know what, Ashley?
Hashtag who's the youngest now?
Corner now only has 6 subscribers.
All right, well, now we have to redraw names because if Skylar's getting Courtney. Kayla, who's getting
I want my dumb blondes. No, I want my dumb blondes.
We'll just go back to what we said.
I want my dumb blondes.
So you
So
got
it's-
Courtney,
it's
I got
staying.
Kat, April got River.
Skylar has Mitchell.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We will see each other again.
Mom, stop making fun of me.
We'll
Peace
see each other.
out.
Hey, do you guys
Subscribe.
realize this is halfway done? We're halfway through.
Yeah.
And we have 9 players still?
No, wait. I think there's 13 episodes. Okay, we're not halfway through. We're almost. Next episode will be halfway through.
So we should
All
have
right,
a party.
guys.
All right. Subscribe, like, comment.
See you Thursday.
Peace.
Hashtag join our hub.
That's a good one.